Hi everyone, welcome again to another video. Now, I'm just going to get this out here first. Beginning of the month I had a monthly draw and I mentioned this fly here. This is a big, you can see it's a big fly. This is, it's called the Red King. It's a classic style fly. This is a Spey fly. Now what I did mention was, these are like, where, I mean traditionally, like if you look at that, it's very shrimpy like. It's much like a large shrimp fly. And a modern version, if you want to call it like that, would be something like the Red Francis. The Francis shrimp, which is a popular kind of style of fly with feelers at the back. And all it's missing really was, if you imagine feelers on this fly, basically it would be close to the Francis shrimp, or the Red Francis as they call it. So I obviously get a lot of people ask me, could you tie a version like the Red Francis or like the Red King or Spey fly with the feelers? And I thought, oh okay, we'll give it a go. I haven't done one yet, so I'm going to tie in this wee double. This is, well, wee double, it's a size 8, it's a kind of standard size. This is the hook I'm using here. It's a Magni double from Full and Mill. There's lots of doubles out there, lots you could, singles. Probably a single would be nice on this as well, but I'll tie it in a double. So anyway, I'm going to be using the red thread. It's going to be using this uni in red, an 8/0. Just waxed it there, so I'm just going to make sure it's got plenty of grip. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually tie in an oval silver tinsel. I'm going to put a small tag at the back, so I'm going to tie this on the way down. It's going to be the rib as well. So if we take it to, see, basically, you could, it's a shortish like fly, you could actually stop in line with the barb. You could take it a wee bit further down. I haven't really, I mean you could tie in different versions. I'm going to go sort of happy medium, say, between the point and the barb, so halfway, so that gives me both. So anyway, form a tag, I wind down, in this case 4 turns, and then I bring the oval tinsel between the hooks, catch it on the underside, just like that. And then what I'm going to do is just run it up, fold it back. That separates, in this case, the rib from the tag. So if the tag goes, you're at least left with the rib. Now for the feelers, I'm just using a stripped hackle. If you imagine this, it's a natural brown cock neck I've got here, using up some of the bigger hackles. And what you do is you just simply remove the fine, or the hackle fibres, tear them away, and you can leave a wee touch of the hackle fibres at the end, or you can just trim it. Obviously you want them to curl away, so I'm going to put 4 in this fly, so I've got another 3 in my desk here. So I want them to curl away from the shank. So I put 2 on basically your side. 2 on the other side. Now these can be as fine or as stiff as you like. Just depends on the water you're on to fish. Seeing how these are sitting. I like them to curl away from the hook, so one here is a bit stubborn, but I'm just going to leave it. You can always curl with your nail. Then what I like to do is some sort of tapered cut, because you want to taper the body slightly. Very shrimpy like, but it's best to secure this in. Just wind your thread down. Come back up. See where we are. It's fine. Now I'm just going to use one of the cock hackles, but the shorter, to give the legs. So you could use hen, it's up to yourself, but I'm using the cock hackle. This is just an Indian neck I've got. It's quite soft at the base. Length of the fibre, well, get up to yourself, I'm just looking at it. 2 lengths here. You can have them quite long, just checking the length of the legs. I may go with a longer one. Let's see. I'm just looking at the length and how it's going to swim. So if you put the stem in line with the shank, you'll get an idea of the length of the fibre. Go back to the shorter one, see what it's like. Yeah, you could always put some hackle fibre in there, I may do that. So see, it's the first one I've done. It's just to give it, you're looking for some kind of taper, so I've got one of the bigger feathers. You could use cock pheasant fibre as well if you want to do this, so I'm just going to keep it to the shrimpy like. So I'm just going to tie these in just to give me more a shrimp like look. You could roll them round, you could just encourage these fibres to come round like a wound hackle. See how that worked. Come round. I'm tying the hackle, so I've got the short one. Catch this in. As I say, I don't worry too much about how thick the body is going to be because you want a shrimpy like shape, so I'm just going to trim this stem just a third of the way up. At the same time, always building up the body a wee bit. For the body, I'm just using red wool. You could use a red dubbing if you want, it's up to yourself. Catch this in, see where we are, make sure we're starting. Can open it out a wee bit. I like it to taper towards the eye of the hook, so give yourself enough room tying your wing and the throat, because I'm going to put a throat in this. Now I'm going to wind this hackle towards myself, which is against the way I actually wind my thread and the rib. So when you bring your rib up, it's going to counter rib the hackle and hold it in. Some fibres caught here, so I'm just going to move them out of the way. Yeah. Screw in, you do a turn over the hackle and a turn on the hook, which then locks in those turns. Got to do that because you're winding the opposite way you're winding your thread on. Screw this in, see what I like. See what that is. Because of the, that's fine. Excuse me. So we just rub the body. Just bring it up. In this case I'm only going to get about 4 turns, which is fine. Catch it underneath. See that last turn's away, it's okay. That'll do it. So I'm going to put a throat in the actual Red King. You see in here it's got the teal, so I'm just going to grab a teal feather and I'm going to put a throat. You could wind a hackle on, but I'm just going to grab some fibre. I may try some for the right and the left side, so basically get a fibre from either side of the stem. You just can, especially when they're long like this. You cut a V into it and you'll get the right and the left side. You can pull them together, do it again so you get another feather and another fly out it. Tidy this up first. Put my throat in, I'm going to just fold it like I would do a wing, really. First thing first, I'm just going to blow the hair dryer through it, sorry. Just to get everything to sit right. You can see what's caught, like there's a couple of fibres I've caught with the rib. You can use your dubbing needle, you can just pull them out. Now that's a good enough line the way it's sitting just now. I mean, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is just put a small throat at the teal. See what it's like. Yeah. Make sure it sits a bit better than that. So I'm pulling it straight. Just hold it. You need to watch your fingers with the double. Trim away, just watch your thread. Just hold it away with your finger as you do that. It's fine. Got a bronze mallard feather here. I've actually got a right and a left. So what I'm going to do is just pull a right and a left slip off. I'm actually going to make sure I've got a reasonably marked fibre, not too wide. I may double it up, I'll see. Depends on the feather really. Sometimes what I like to do is just lay them on top of one another. Especially when I just want a mixed wing and this smaller fly. So basically just sit it on the top, see what it's like. I may open it, we'll see. So I say you could double up on it if you want a better impression of the wing. It's going to be short. I may do that, I may try another wing, see what it's like. So I say it's just the first fly I've tied. You can always mess around. Again, I'm just going to double it up on it. So I've got another right and left. Set it on top. Just fold it 3 or 4 turns to secure it. You get a better shape, but you can see where I've stopped. It's quite a short wing towards the end of the, well, it's halfway into the fibres here. Okay, that'll do it. Again, wax your thread. I usually bring the thread to the front and then build the thread up from the eye into the cut ends. Just like building a step. It allows the thread to come up onto the wing in this case. Form a nice head, it makes it easier. Find my wet finishing tool and then we can basically form a nice head. Now if you want a bright head you can change over. I'll show you. You could actually use the wool, you could put a dubbed head on it. Or what I'm going to do here, get the Glo-Brite, this one, number 4. It's a really bright thread. What we're going to do is I'll put that on just to brighten the head up. Good aiming point. Fish love that. I like it. What I like to do with this floss, the Glo-Brite floss, I like to wax it. Just run the wax through it, just to protect it and stiffen it up a wee bit. Makes it easier to actually wind it on. Just come up. Happy with it. Trim that away. Just check what I'm like. And we just basically wet finish. Try and keep a nice shape in the head. Trim away. There we go. Normally I like to super glue first, but my super glues went off. I'll check it. Excellent. There's a warm weather where my super glues went off. Sometimes happens. I need to buy a new bottle, so I've got my varnish. You want to get maybe 2 or 3 coats. The reason I like using super glue, when you put it onto especially a Glo-Brite floss, it dries quick. And the colour's a wee bit brighter sometimes, but The wax helps to keep the thread bright, so using the varnish is fine. There we are, folks. There you go. That's kind of a version of the old classic Spey fly, the Red King, which basically is a Red Francis. That's exactly what it is. These flies, these old Spey flies, were basically, in my view, were shrimp patterns. Certainly moved like shrimp, gave that impression, shape of a shrimp pattern. As I say in the video when I was talking about this fly, I says all it's missing was feelers for the modern salmon fisher. So that's what I've done. I've just put feelers on it, and as you can see, obviously brightened the head up. The tradition is a black head, but basically that's all I've done. So it looks the part. Certainly, I'm sure you'll catch fish on it if you try it. And again, as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.